Fear. That's all I remember feeling in that moment. A strong wave of indescribable fear. As I lie there in my bed, staring at the thing in the corner of my room, it stared back with void-like eyes. Did it even have eyes? I couldn't tell, as its entire face was consumed by the shadows it resided in. Why was I even awake in the first place? Ah, that's right. I was awoken by the sound of my father's cellular phone going off in the dead of night. He works long hours, so it made sense for him to have alarms for these things. But it was always that one alarm that went off at 3 a.m. every night on the dot that always got to me, waking me up from a peaceful slumber and sending me into pure annoyance. No one ever seemed to hear it. It was like it was trapped in its own twilight zone whenever it went off, which only served to annoy me further. What else had happened? I remember getting up, leaving the warmth of my bed and stepping into the cold night air of my room. I descended into the den to look for the source of my nightly troubles. And sure enough, there it was, on the coffee table, where it always seemed to be. My young mind at the time couldn't comprehend such technology, so in a desperate effort to silence the device, I stuffed it under the couch cushions. Satisfied with the silence that followed, I went back to bed. I had just gotten comfortable when I felt something. Something rather off. I recall that it took maybe a second or two after opening my eyes to see it. And when I did, I froze. A figure standing in my room in the corner. It stared at me as I stared back, unable to look away. Its body was darkness. Its face was unrecognizable. At least, at first it was. Upon further inspection of its black, cloaked body, I saw something that made my heart pound. I saw a sweater. A familiar sweater. I remember when he used to wear such a sweater. My grandfather. He always seemed to have one on, even in the summer heat, it seemed. It was just a sense of style, or at least it felt like that in my young mind. When he died the previous year, the memory stuck with me as a constant reminder of who he was. It also served as a way to make me feel guilty. I refused to say goodbye to him when he passed. I refused to see him one last time before he died. Was it out of fear or rejection of the concept of death? I don't know. But at that moment, staring at the thing in my room, I felt like it was there to remind me of what I'd done. Or rather, what I didn't do. But suddenly, as quick as it came, the fear morphed into something else. Relief, maybe? Was it relief because, in a strange and morbid way, I got to see him one final time? I wasn't sure why or how, but I suddenly felt at ease with the presence of this creature of the night. A sense of calming that I couldn't quite articulate at the time. When I finally found my voice, I tried to speak, to say something, anything to the figure. But my body must have felt the effects of not blinking for some time, because my eyes finally fell shut for a moment of a moment. And just like the wind, the thing wearing my grandfather's skin had vanished. 1 second there, and not the next. A feeling washed over me that made me feel nauseous, like my body and mind had both suffered whiplash. It had only been a few seconds, just a few measly seconds. But in my mind, it felt like it had been far longer. To this day, I'm not sure what to call what I experienced. A spiritual encounter? A hallucination? I may never know. But I know one thing. I know what I saw wasn't my grandfather. It couldn't have been. At first, I thought it was, but looking back, it surely wasn't. My family even confirmed my thoughts that it couldn't possibly be him when I told them. Such a dark presence could never be him trying to communicate with a little me. But even so, whatever it was that contacted me that night has stuck with me for years and will continue to for the rest of my life. Hey guys, ItsDanniFandom here, and I just wanted to take some time at the end of this video to give a massive thank you to you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you all so much, and I'm glad you guys enjoy my content as much as you do. If you guys want to continue to support me, please consider checking out my Patreon as well as my Ko-Fi page and my Fansly. I take commissions over on my Ko-Fi page, I upload loot gameplay, art, and whatnot to my Fansly, and I upload a ton of content a week early over on my Patreon. Speaking of which, I want to give a huge thank you shout out to my current $9 patrons. Your Dearest Ace, Aiden Mucius, Aiden S 2014, Alexander Lee, Angelic Panda, Aramis22, Ursulan Falati, Urisville, Bjork, Blind Orchid, Brennan Newman, Chief, Claymore 2190, Chris Sanchez, D4C, Declan Binoln, Draco, Drake H, Iraviv, Evildoer, Frank, Hunter Neese, Jace, Jack the Bro, Joseph Russo, Leo Prime, Luna X Operation Overdrive 18 Plus XX, Lord Omega, Man of Many Bees, Matt Farda, Poyup, Prototype 13, Reverend W, Sam, Saroya, Cersei James, Skullkid 268, Sleepy Sloth, Sunrocks, Topster of Toasters, Tony Sagura, UX, Wat Mill, Will, Wilson, and Zachary Cook. Thank you all so much for supporting me in what I do. It truly means the world and more to me that you guys like my content and want to see more from me. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. Bye!